So hey there guys, welcome back to the channel one more time. I am Deepayan and today we are in my workshop and I am with my highness. Today is day one. I plan to start the restoration process of this motorcycle. The first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a good wash and then I'm going to dry the motorcycle and then we are going to start the process. This part is completely rusted. You would find rust over here, these places. Now this exhaust pipe header, this is something which I'm really worried about since I had tried my best to bring it back to its original form, but I'm unsuccessful. I would try another time. Now the crash guard also has been there for a long time in my motorcycle and it has also become a little bit faded and it doesn't look good. So I'm going to do something about it. Maybe I'll take it off, I'll have it painted and put it back. The local bolts, now as you see, this clamp bolt is also completely rusted. I'll just have the motorcycle washed now so that all the mud and everything goes away. It's in a pretty bad shape now. Last time I rode it, I should have had it cleaned and then stored it back at home. But as I said, I was a little bit caught up with some other work, so I couldn't give time to this baby, and it all sat with all the muds and everything, and that made matters worse. So yep, now we are done with the washing of the motorcycle. Let's check out the ones which are visible from the outside. Okay, so now these are the quite obvious places where rust generally accumulates. So you'll find it's over here on these places. You'll find it in the horn connectors. If I take you all under the tank, you would find traces of rust accumulation over here as well. It's in the side stand. As you could see, now this is bad. So it's there under the horn. In any which ways, I plan to replace this horn. I'm not going to use the Roots Vibrosonic. I'm going to use something else, something more subtle. Paint is getting peeled off from here. So this is another area where you would find traces of rust, like in the chassis number, where the chassis number is printed. You see that? Now that's core area of the chassis, and these are the places that you cannot ignore when you see rust in them. So we are definitely going to treat them. We are definitely going to make them come back to life. Now see, I have heard a lot of stories regarding this guy over here. Okay, this is the synthetic vinegar, white vinegar. Doesn't matter if it is synthetic or non-synthetic, but I have heard stories about white vinegar being very useful in treating rust and rusted parts. So I'm going to try that out today. So this was an empty spray bottle container. So I had emptied this bottle into this one, and now I'm going to spray this over the rusted areas which I just showed you all, and I'm going to keep it like that for maybe a day and then see what the result comes out to be. So what I'll do, I'll just, off camera, I'll just have it sprayed, all the rusted areas in the motorcycle. So yep, we are back again, and it's Saturday morning, afternoon, 1 p.m. The last video that I had shot was yesterday, 4 p.m. So it's been around 20 hours that the bike has been sitting over here with the vinegar being sprayed on certain locations where I could find rust. And today we are going to find out how much of it has worked. So before that, let me just show you. So I tried my hands with the vinegar and scrubbing material, and a lot of those impurities, whatever oxidation or whatever had happened over here did come out. So I think I would be able to, if not completely, then at least 80%, 70 to 80% restoration could be possible. Fork barrel, the paint on top of it is completely contaminated. Previously, couple of months back, I tried rectifying it by spray painting it, but that also didn't hold up well. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm doing a complete restore of this motorcycle, I'm going to take off the fork completely from the motorcycle, both the forks, and take it to a good painter and have it painted to matte black perhaps. That's going to be the best color, because these come originally powder coated, and powder coating is not that easily available in my location. So I would go with painting them matte black and then putting them back in. Well, I had sprayed the vinegar actually, so the rust had become loose on these surfaces. Okay, these places, they are more prone to rust. These joint places, they are more prone to getting rusted. Now the course of action, let me just share it with you all. I'm going to strip down the bike. I'm going to take out the fuel tank. I'm going to take out the handlebar. The handlebar is going to go back to stock. I'm going to put back the stock handlebar in it. The mirrors are going to stay these only, because I am very happy with these mirrors. And I'm going to take off the guard, the crash guard. They are looking very, very ugly. Just look at it. I would take this off and I would have this painted as well to matte black. I would send it to that same painter to whom the forks are going. I would be taking out the headlight grill, because this bolt also had to be treated, and these bolts also have to be treated. So they are coming out in any which ways. These are the fork pinch bolts, so they are also going to come out. Side guard obviously is also going to come out and go to the painter. And I'm going to open this top rack as well and go to the painter, and I'm going to treat these as well. Now look at this rust everywhere, man. Look at this. So this swing arm also needs some attention. So once everything is off the motorcycle, I am going to inspect the whatever is inside over here, whatever needs anti-rust treatment and whatever needs paint treatment. And I have plans of painting the swing arm as well. The main stand and the side stand is also going to get a coat of paint each. And what else? Yeah, there are a couple of other things, like you see contamination has also settled on top of this clutch, whatever, clutch arm or anything, the clamp. So I'm going to have to take care of that as well. It looks ugly and I don't like it at all. So as you could see, the rust over here yesterday was much worse. So all the rust and everything has become loose. That's what I can find with the help of the vinegar which I had sprayed yesterday. Regarding this meter console, if you could find, there are minute scratches. I mean, camera is definitely not doing justice over here, but there is, I can see it with my naked eye. There are scratches over here, there are scratches over here. Mainly these scratches come when we, while washing the motorcycle or dry dusting the motorcycle, we, use cloth on top of it, and these plastics are very soft in nature. So scratches accumulate on top of it. When I bought this motorcycle, then at that point of time, no meter console, protector was available, but it is now. So I plan to, replace the housing. Is available separately. I inquired about it, and then I'm going to install those, protectors on top of it. This perhaps I am not going to keep. I'm going to take it off, because you see, this also had accumulated a lot of hairline scratches, which is understandable, because this will any motorcycle having windshield gets these kind of scratches. So, but this windscreen alone is not available. I mean, it's not sold separately. If I got to replace it, I got to buy the complete hardware which is behind it, which is supposedly more costly as per me. So there's no point of buying the complete set again and install it, and again after a few months encounter these kind of scratches. This particular area needs some curing, because you see there are some contamination over here. I'm not talking about these dents. They are made by me only when I had used inappropriate tools to remove this bolt. But the place looks quite shabby, so I'm going to take care of it with the help of some detailing stuff. So we'll see how far it could be restored. And that's the story today. I am going to end this particular vlog over here. The next thing that you're going to see in the next vlog, next episode of this Highness story is that the forks will be removed and the whole bike will be stripped down. Like I said, the panels, the fuel tank, the seat, and maybe a few other things, the crash guard, the top rack, and maybe the suspension, maybe the exhaust also is going to come out, the front wheel and everything is going to come out. This is going to take some time, I mean a lot of time, since I do it step by step and I got to record it also. It's a little bit of tedious job, but doesn't matter. I love doing what I'm doing. I have to share it with you all, and I'm sure that you are going to love the following episodes which are going to come. So with that, I end this video over here, guys. Please take good care of yourself, ride safe, ride hard, and take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye bye.